I'm here, I'm here, I'm here, I'm here. Yeah, I was muted. I was muted. I was muted. HYPR. ANTE. We have some pretty sus names, don't we? Hopefully we don't start the day like that though. Good morning, Archer. Good morning, Trig. Shima, good morning. Tank, good morning. Prime, good morning. Knowles, good morning, good morning. XRP, good morning. Tesh, Ayo. Lizzie, good morning. Teggy, good morning. Good morning, Patricia. I had no idea today was St. Patrick's Day. Otherwise, I would have worn something green, you know. I'm not sure if I have anything green, but anyways, Wisdom Corner, good morning. Jericho, good morning. Rahul, good morning. Tony, Ayo. A, good morning. Jay, good morning. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Okay. Well, kind of feels like it's like it's you know, like the market is just sitting there, right? Like we're just flat, you know, like nothing's happening yet. But we shall see. We shall see. Good morning, everybody. Hopefully, you had a good weekend and ready to cook again. So we have the Fed on. Yeah, we have the Fed on Wednesday. So that's always a bit of an obstacle, you know, for the markets. The S&P is slightly red this morning. It was red like a lot, and then it was green a little bit, and then it's back to red. So I bet you we're just going to kind of go sideways, you know, into the Fed meeting. I think the expectation for now is that the Fed is going to keep the rates the same, but then, you know, maybe give an indication that they're going to cut at some point. So Bitcoin, same, above 80, right? So nothing too crazy happening there. RGC looks interesting, doesn't it? We'll keep an eye on that thing. I'll set an alert actually for a breakout. Set an alert so we don't have to stare at it. You know, Acon should be on here somewhere. On here somewhere. Acon was running and then it sold off. So I'm not sure if you have a question, maybe Trick. Let me know. Thomas, good morning. James, good morning. Hello. Happy Monday, everybody. Happy Monday. Yeah, SOAR is just kind of playing games there, isn't it? Like it's just sitting there. Um, I think for now ANTE looks like the best name going into the open just because it has higher lows. Good morning, Alan. Hello, hello. Right. Um, yeah. Rubberhead prediction markets will start rolling out immediately. Will be available for eligible customers in the coming days. Cool. Very cool. Okay. We need some volumes. We need some volumes. Okay, there we go. Yeah, SOAR is still just sitting at 180 here, so nothing's really changed. Yeah, the 170s and the 160s, I think that's kind of where I like it more. So we shall see. As much as NAOV is one of the top gainers this morning, I think it's been going sideways for the last 30 minutes. Like there's nothing really happening there. But maybe once the market actually opens, it's gonna move. So for now, you have a bit of support at 370, and then a lot of resistance around 410 to 420. Ayo, Dan. Good morning. Did you guys see the video Dan made over the weekend? If you didn't, thank goodness you didn't see it. Anyways, anyways, unbelievable. Just when I thought I was having a peaceful Sunday, you know, I was relaxing, and then boom skis. Unbelievable. So that looks okay. Ants looks interesting there. NAOV looks interesting as well. HYPR looks interesting. Yeah, we're gonna need something to cook though. Unbelievable, Archer. The pizza is getting cold. Seriously, Knowles. We need some hot pizza. Something needs to happen. Something needs to happen. But again, we're so close to the open, anyways, that you should be waiting if you're not in any positions. So patience, righty. Something will happen. Something will move after the market opens. So again, if you're not holding anything, just kind of sit on your hands and wait. And let's see if we can get some momentum after the open. Don't forget to hit the like, guys, if you haven't already. Share the link as well if you want to. Hit that subscribe if you're new. All the other fun things. Please and thank you. Alrighty. Yeah, smash a like. Smash, smash, smash. Uh, it's just very small. Okay. Sounds good. Sounds good. Huh. Robinhood is doing some really cool things with all of these betting stuff, aren't they? I wish there was like a Canadian broker like Robinhood. I think that'd be cool. Play of the day looks like VCIG, very strong and bullish for $1 break. Let's see if it breaks it. Let's see what the volume looks like. Day trading easy. Um, just because that thing seems to pump every single day and then do absolutely nothing. So yeah. Doche, Ayo, good morning, Bus. Good morning. Hello, hello. 2 minutes to the open, guys. What's your favorite stock going into the open? What's your favorite stock going into the open? CISO? CISO. That's the one you're looking at, Doje? Okay. That's a good bounce off the 200. 145 VWAP resistance and then 150 supply zone. No. Waiting for the 200 range. Okay, sounds good. None of them. Oh my goodness, Luna. Nobody likes any of these stocks. I know. But like, yeah. Yup. Yup, yup, yup. Yup, yup, yup. Critical, good morning. Hello. Acon and CRVO. Sounds good. Yeah. I mean, we don't have a whole bunch of reasons to like any of these stocks, going into the open. So completely understandable. I think there are a few good names though that just need to break out at the open, right? Like ANTE looks interesting. HYPR looks interesting. NAOV looks interesting, right? SOAR obviously looks interesting. So there are quite a few names. I think we just need to see some breakouts at the open and then go from there. We just need some breakouts. Z breakouts. Hello, hello, hello. There we go. Here we go. The markets are open. So it looks like ANTE is retesting that 140 resistance. Again, if you're not sure about any of these names at the open, guys, just sit back on your hands and give them a few minutes. Alrighty? See which ones the volume actually flows to, please. Alrighty, so again, looks like SOAR is retesting $1.90 with a big spread, which isn't amazing. That thing really needs to at some point break above 195 because that's still resistance. 195 at some point. Alrighty. CI still got slapped at the open. Surprise. ANTE up and down at the open, nothing happening there. NAOV, same range. HYPR, nothing. Alrighty, so looks like SOAR is the only one that's kind of trying to push there. Let's see if it actually does. Alrighty. There we go, 194. See if we can get so that 195 is your resistance for this stupid stock, right? So 195 is right there. So it really needs to break above that level if it wants to go. Again, it's really early though, so just be cautious there. Good morning, Paul. For breakout? No? Okay, sounds good. Sounds good. Sounds good. Sounds good. Perfect. Come on, you can do it. Dang, like there's no volume on anything. Look at all of these names. Like, look at all of this. Acorn looks like it's picking up a little bit of momentum off the demands on there. Uh, but damn, my goodness. And SOAR is just sitting right at resistance, just sitting right against it, you know? Sheesh. My goodness. Let's see. There we go. 199. There we go. 204. Boom skis. 205. Yes, please. Yes, please. Yes, please. Good morning. Good morning, Sean. Hello. Back to 204. The only thing I don't like about this stock, I like that we finally broke above that level, that 195. Let's see if we can close these candles above, right? Uh, Again, nothing crazy. Nothing crazy. But we do need to close the candles above 195, and then some volume needs to come in. Alrighty, so here we go again, 204. And we keep failing at 205 for some reason. For some reason. Is it halted up line? Okay, I'll take a look in a second. That's yeah, that thing went from Doge. Hopefully you're not in that stock, please, right? GLMD. Oh yeah, that's a nice pop line. It's a very nice pop actually. There goes SOAR hitting new highs of the day. Super slow though. I think clearly isn't living up to the name, is it? Not living up to that name. RGC is also halted up now. Was there a catalyst for this one? I don't think so. I think it was just a random pop at the open. Yeah. Just one of those random names, Lion. Am I wrong for thinking we'll hit $1? You're in at 74 cents. Are you wrong for thinking it's going to do that? Let me take a look. I have no idea what the stock looks like. Yeah, Acorn does look good. It's retesting that 120 wall supply zone. It looks good, Dennis. Weren't you in this stock from last week? Let me take a look at VCIG. Um, VCIG has a history of going up and down and doing absolutely nothing. So your entry is nice. You're green in that position, right? So that's good, right? Are you wrong for thinking it's going to get to $1? Let's see. No, it just needs volume, right? It doesn't have a whole bunch of volume, so it's going to need that. Let's go, AJ. Let's go. Let's go. Perfect. Here we go, guys. So is at 218 now. Beautiful. Beautiful. Give us the monies, please. Beautiful. Beautiful. There we go. 220. There we go. There we go. So I'm gonna take half here, by the way. I'm gonna take some monies here. Take some monies off the table. And then let's see what happens with the rest with that stop loss. Okay, there we go. I mean, I didn't say you guys should all crash the stock, you know? What did you guys do? Did everybody just crash the damn thing? Unbelievable. Open and I wasn't ready for the tiny pullback. Yep. I like it. Okay, there we go. To me, that's a retest of like the $2 range. So anytime those candles keep closing above. Okay, there we go. So anytime those candles keep closing above like the retest level, I'm completely okay with it. So let's see what happens. Yes. Copy. Is the other one unhalted yet, Lion? No, it's still halted. Acon looks good too, though. Acon. And then, yeah, GLMD is still halted. GLMD. Acon is SPY looks amazing, by the way. SPY looks good. We're pretending not to see it, you know. Guess what? RGC is pushing for 17 now, isn't it? Virus. I know it's not easy, but there's levels to this. Much love. Let's go, Virus. Let's go. Have a safe flight, by the way, Virus. Alrighty, safe drive, safe flight, and we will see you when you land. You know, in the land that doesn't do taxes, in the land of Lambos. Let's go. Love it. Love it. Love it. I'm not a headline. No. My fault, Luna. Again, so this was your signal in Discord, right? If you're not a member, again, you probably missed this, right? But that was your signal in Discord, right? We wanted to buy some SOAR, anywhere from the 170s to the 160s, right? So I think the lowest we hit for SOAR was exactly 170, right? So um, if you took the signal, congratulations. If you're not a member yet, come join us in Discord. If you're not a legend member, come join us in Discord, right? So yeah, Lion, you're done already. Sounds good. Yeah, you made monies. So good job. Good drops. So slow, not little scalpies, right? Slow or not, little scalpies. John, what's your position in NIU? I'll take a look. Just give me some details. So yeah, the S&P had a really nice pop this morning, along with Bitcoin, obviously. Bitcoin not as aggressive, but that's a really nice push on SPY. A very nice push, actually. So can we get back to 570s? You know, that would feel a little, nicer, right? Green is position is green. Sounds good. I'm just wondering if if you have any questions about your position, right? And then I'll take a look. GLMD is unhalted, by the way. Alrighty, so unhalted on this thing here. Brand new highs of the day. That's a nice pop. It's a very, very, very nice pop. It looks like your next supply zone is 360, 350, 360. I think it's cooking. Like cooking. John, I'll take a look in a second. Once we slow down a bit, I'll take a look. Yeah, it did, Max. They slapped it. There we go. SOAR is still holding the retest level at 195. So let's see if we can consolidate and then start curling back up, like properly curling back up. You know? Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Okay. Is ANTE a buy? I mean, if you're willing to take a gamble of the 200, maybe. Alrighty, Christopher. And the safer thing to do at the 200 always is to wait for it to curl back above the 9. But if you're feeling like taking a gamble of the 200, you're just going to have to put a really tight stop loss, like a really tight stop loss. Alrighty, just in case it breaks below. So I mean, that's not a bad level, is it? Right? You're risking 2 cents at this, around this area. So not bad at all. HYPR is also holding in that demand zone, isn't it? So there's a bit of support above $1.05. And the 200 EMA is also sitting right around that same range. So if it can stay above that, that'd be a good thing. HYPR. Looks like GLMD is stalling right below that supply zone. If you're in a position though, that looks really good. Oof, $1,300. Let's go, Sunny. Sunny made 1370 off a CRVO. It's a good scalp. Very good scalping. Let me take a look at NIU, John. That actually looks really good. It looks good for someone that's in it like you. If you're looking for a brand new position, that thing is really close to a double top. Like really close to a double top. Anyway close to it, like 330, 340, 350. Yeah, again, if you're in a position, this is beautiful, right? This is a daily time frame, by the way. This might be a longer swing as well at some point if it breaks out. Yeah, at this point, again, if you're not in a position, you're probably waiting for a dip or waiting for a breakout. CRVO? No, I did not. See, and you knew it was coming too, though, right, Doche? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Yep. See, that's the difficult part about being in a position that you hold from green or just you hold from small red to deep red, is now you're no longer relying on your research or anything like that. You're just trying to get back to break even, right? Or take a smaller loss. Yeah, you knew this was coming too. Dang. Sheesh. That's frustrating. That is very sad. And it's still pushing brand new highs. Like it's cooking. Yep. Yeah. Sunny made some really nice monies on that thing. Congratulations. Yeah, you this morning I saw Sunny, yeah. That's a very good scalp for you. I like it. I like it. I like it. 869. Dang Doche. Yeah. Your intention was to get out and get back in though, right? So you just never got back in. You instead went to look for damn short. Unbelievable. Mm, oh yeah. The options cooking lab is celebrating already. Celebrating 70. Love it. Virus. I like it. Can we get back above that 67 and then push for 70? I don't know if we can just because. Did I see AMD? No. What's AMD? What is AMD virus? I don't see it. Uh, HYPR still just sitting around that dollar, isn't it, Chris? And then same thing for SOAR, right? Just sitting on 195. So that double top at one almost at 230 was perfect for an exit, right? Yeah, perfect. SPY just got slapped from a supply zone there. Slapped. Okay. Retest and keep pushing, please. Looks like Acon is hitting a demand zone and coming back though. So 115, 120 is your level there if you're in it. Chris, did you go into ants though, or are you just watching it for now? Did you get in? Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. GLMD looks like it really needs a retest. uh, it's a good feeling be right before the flight virus. Good vibes. Do, 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 do. Hopefully we keep the gains from today though, and not give them away. Mm, yeah, it looks like everything is kind of slowly turning red, isn't it? That's a pretty nice dip. But then again, we had the same dip on Friday, right? Nice run and then slap and then recovery. So let's see how today plays out. Yeah, it's trying to, right? Like that 200 EMA is your base there, so 99.50, and you can call it 99 cents. So if it stays above 99 cents, you might have a stop. And okay, there you go, perfect, right? So you're, at the end of the day, you're really only risking 2 cents. So let's see what happens there. There's your dip on GLMD. It needed to happen, right? So wait for a bit of consolidation on that thing before you make any crazy decisions. It's been 4.5 months. Oh my goodness. It's been that long, virus? Shush. Wow. 4.5 months. They're like, dang it, he's coming back. BAOS is popping. BAOS China. Super low float. I think this thing still has a float of like, okay, 900,000 shares. Not bad. This is one of those names that if you go in at the wrong time, you get destroyed though. So be careful. BAOS, and SPY is coming back to life again. There's so many random names. Like there's nothing that stands out, is there? There's nothing there yet. QBTS looks good though. Again, don't forget to smash a like, guys, if you haven't already. Please and thank you. I would really appreciate that. Take a second and smash a like. Hit that subscribe if you're new to the channel. And if you're not a member yet, click the link at the bottom of the chat and come join us in Discord. There goes ANTE, Chris. So 106, super slow. I'm not sure what okay, 14 million shares. That's not a horrible float though, is it? It's not. For some reason though, it's super slow. Super slow. Bottom at 87 cents. Okay. NVIDIA. Can we see 130 yet for NVIDIA? Sheesh, NVIDIA. What are you doing? NVIDIA red, AMD green. Interesting. Is the money rotating? Oh wow, virus. the money is rotating. The money is rotating. Let's go. NVIDIA getting slapped. AMD cooking. Well, buy the cheapest donk with more potential. SOAR is back to $2 here, so let's see. 104. RGC is halted up again for anybody that's watching that thing. AMD. RGC, what are we at here? $17. Yeah, halted up. Okay, sounds good, Virus. Again, safe travels, much love, and we'll see you in Discord. Yeah. It retested the VWAP nulls and then bounced off the VWAP, so that's good. That is good, and then the markets are coming back as well, so kind of doing the same thing we did on Friday. Dip and rips. Dip and rip. We have news in 5 minutes. Okay. Good morning, Troy. Ayo. PepsiCo just agreed to acquire healthy soda brand Poppy. Huh, interesting. Very interesting. Healthy soda brand. Very interesting. Yeah, we're gonna need something to actually start breaking out and cooking. Is it actually healthy soda? I've never heard of Poppy. Maybe it's like an American thing. Oh, they did Kaiser. Yeah. There goes GLMD trying to break out. You know what I tried last week and over the weekend? some kombucha drink. It was actually quite good, you know. It's better than drinking, you know, yeah, can't remember the name. But yeah, it was quite good. So instead of drinking like, you know, pop and anything like that, kombucha is the way to go, isn't it? $1.20. You're in at $1.20. Okay. Yeah, it's one of the ones that, like, you know, seems like it has a lot of potential, but also quite slow. It's going to need to break above $1.30. I think if it breaks above that, then the volume will start to come in. Yeah. There you go. There it goes. So it looks like GLMD is the one that's hitting the double top for now. So I think we mentioned earlier that this thing had some resistance between 140 and 150. Well, it's retesting it. So let's see if it actually ends up breaking out. Yeah, no, exactly. Exactly. Give us some boomskis, please. We want boomskis. So you're kind of sitting at a bit of a double thump there. About to break out. Okay, sounds good. 5 pennies. Where we go. 48, 49. And another double top. Doesn't look like it's done yet though. Come on. Again, this is one of this is one of those levels that, like, if you're in a position, you have a stop loss and you're like, okay, is it gonna fail? If you're not in a position, you're definitely not getting in until it actually breaks and holds, right? So again, if you're in a position, this is easy to manage. You're in the green, you're watching it and praying that it breaks out, right? With a stop loss, just in case it doesn't. But if you're taking a position right here, you're taking a pretty big risk. A pretty big risk, because if it doesn't break, you get slapped. Come on. And look at BAOS, right? Kind of mentioned this morning, like this is one of those names that always goes up and right back down. All the way up, all the way back down. You want to be careful with this stupid channel low float. Right? RGC is unhalted, by the way, and it's hitting brand new highs of the day for anybody that's in it. So, and it kind of looks like it's halted, but it's not. It's the silly spread. And then GLMD, obviously, it was still, we haven't broken above that resistance yet. So at some point, if it wants to cook, it's going to need to break above it, and then we can start pushing for 200%. Right. SOAR still looks okay to me, right? We came back, we retested that breakout zone, and it's slowly curling back up. So if that thing can break above 220 again, then at that point, just send it. Just send it. Just send it. 236. Shima, are you in this one? Are you in GLMD? This, I mean, it's slow. It's at resistance, but it's better than watching Spurs, you know? Useless team. I'm kidding. Not kidding. Also better than watching West Ham. That's Tesh's team. Come on. You know you want to. Yeah, for some reason, SPY can't seem to stay above 566. At least not yet. You're looking for an entry wings into ANTE. They just made brand new lows of the day, so that's not exactly what you want to see. Not exactly what you want to be looking at. So be careful, please. September spike 1229, 12. Okay. You got stopped out, Chris? Yeah. It had a bit of potential once it broke above, right? But and look at it now. Like it just popped back to 103. So now it's gonna cook without you. So hmm. And honestly, Chris, there's nothing you can do about stuff like that other than maybe waiting for the candle to close. Um, but you don't want to get in the habit of not having stop losses because you're waiting for candles to close. Because you could really get slapped, right? So it's not really doing anything crazy. Nothing crazy, and SPY is getting slapped again back to the abyss. So that supply zone, that double top, is a bit of a problem, right? So let's see. It is holding the VWAP for now, but that supply zone at the top there is a bit of an obstacle for SPY. A bit of an obstacle. And it looks like GLMD is failing at that 340, 350, right? So again, that's what I said earlier. If you're in a position like this, is easy to manage because you can put a stop loss. But if you're not in a position, the time to buy a stock is not when it's sitting on a double top, right? That's just not it. Because like far too often you see people trying to gamble because they're like, oh, but the candle is going above. It doesn't really matter, does it? Right? If you gamble at a double top, you're taking a pretty big risk because if it doesn't break out, then you're first in line to get ANTE, right? First in line, right at the front of the line, because you're trying to predict a breakout. Don't do that. Let it break out on its own. The only time you should be predicting a breakout is when a stock is testing like that same level for like, the third, the fourth, the fifth time, when it's constantly testing that level and you're getting higher lows, then okay, maybe, right? Then you can say, okay, you know what? Maybe it's going to break above that resistance because we've been here so many times. But if it's the double top, there's a reason why double tops are very common, right? You don't hear about triple tops or quadruple tops or whatever else top too often, but double tops are very common. Alrighty. So it looks like CRVO is curling again here, Doche. Curling. SPY is going to give away all those gains. Yi, good morning. Mark, good morning. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. So CRVO 860. $8.60. And then GLMD came back all the way down to retest the $3 range. GLMD. So let's see if we can stay above already. The bottom of the last pivot was like 285. So let's see if we can stay above that. So I'd be watching a double bottom at 285 more than $3. QQQ. SOAR still looks okay, right? Still holding that stupid 195 level. Not sure what it's doing there, but it needs like volume or something. It's just sitting there, just waiting. So here comes that 285 for GLMD. We actually hit 287. Well, here comes 287 again, right? So 287. Let's see if that becomes a double bottom, if it consolidates there and then bounces for GLMD. Alrighty, so do not buy double tops, please. Right, you're safer closer to the double bottom if you're going to take a gamble, right? You're safer closer to the bottoms. Oh, let's go, Troy. Ooh, between two accounts, let's go. Beautiful. Congratulations, Troy. That's amazing. Well done. NQ Futures. Futures. So again, if you gambled closer to the double bottom, right? Closer to the double bottom, you're in a better position than you are when you gamble closer to the double top, obviously, right? Obviously. Again, not saying that we're not going to break below that 285. Just saying, sometimes you're better off like taking a risk at a level that it's bounced at before rather than taking a risk at a level that it's failed at before, right? You're just getting yourself in trouble if you do that. Alrighty. CRVO is looking amazing. So it's retesting the top of the range again. So here comes a double top. Here comes a double top. Travis, I'll show you an example in a second. Alrighty. Do you have a specific question about a cup and handle, or just just you're just not sure what a cup and handle is? Doja, did you ever get into this thing? Ever FOMO? FOMO on the dip skis? Right. Ant is still holding $1. Wow, interesting. And then RGC is halted down with the crazy spread. SOAR doesn't look like it's done yet. It just needs the volume. Will the volume actually come in though? That's the question. And then GLMD, tiny little pop ski and then back down. So it broke below 285 now, right? So give it time to consolidate, especially if it's below that double bottom. Give it time to consolidate somewhere else, right? So let's see. Unless this candle decides to close above 285, which is the level, anyways. There we go. Travis, let me know. Both shorts. Okay. There we go. SOAR. SOAR is coming back to life. Type in yes in the chat if you're still holding SOAR. Type in yes in the chat if you're still holding SOAR. Yes, Shima? Okay. Let's go. 211. $2.11. Nose, yes. Bradley, yes. Okay, sounds good. Yeah, let's see if we can break above this tiny, stupid downtrend here. See if we can get a breakout. CRBO just broke $9. So that is looking good. Patricia, yeah. You got in at 209. You just got in at 209, Dugan? $2.09. Why, Dugan? Why now? This whole time. Again, Dugan, come join us in Discord. You're missing out, right? So while we were getting in the 270s, right? In the 270s, Dugan, you're getting in now, right? So the difference already pays for your membership, doesn't it? You held. Sounds good. Come on. Where is the volume? Yeah, you can clearly see that there's a bit of resistance at 211, right? Yeah, the algo is pointing out a downtrend sitting at that spot, so it's going to need to break out. It's going to need to break out. Paul, that's a nice short on GLMD. GLMD is just stuck at 285, right? So we talked about 285 being a double bottom area, right? So looks like that level, at least for now, is a bit of a magnet. Unless it starts rejecting, because if it's rejecting and those candles are closing below that line, they might slap it to the SD band in the 260s. So we shall see. We shall see. Yeah, Paul? Yeah. Yep. I like it. I like it. Alrighty, it looks like RGC is unhalted here. Yeah. Yeah, the only thing I don't like about RGC is the stupid spread. Yeah, spread. There we go. SOAR looks like we're popping again, guys. 215. Here we go. Here we go. Come on now. Give us 220. Yeah, you can clearly see though that there's resistance. If you look at like pre-market, right? And you look at the market open, anywhere from 215 to 220 is a bit of a problem. Even though we've been a lot higher than 220, you can kind of tell like this level is a problem, right? So we need to break out. You can do it, SOAR. You can do it. So it looks like we're failing at that 215 for now. Here comes another test. Going once, going twice. Come on now. Just break out already. Back down, right? So again, resistance. Let's see. And a fail, right? So again, you can clearly see that this level is a problem. So at some point, if it wants to start cooking, we need to clear that area. Need to clear that area. Need to break out. When showing a video, beginning in this, my question is, isn't it sell the highest price? Broker. There you go. Perfect. Yeah. Right back to that demand zone, back to the level that it's been at the whole time, right? So again, this is, we've talked about this so many times. Like when a stock is at resistance, right? It becomes a personal decision, right? Are you going to sell at a double top, or are you going to put a stop loss? At the very least, you should always have a stop loss, right? So let's see if we can bounce again up the same level though, because we seem to be going back and forth now with no volume to break out, but we seem to like to retest this level and then go back up. But we'll see. Again, if you took profits at resistance, congratulations, right? If you had a stop loss, good job. Spy tested the same level and it's coming back up again. So looks like Spy is just range bound today, which maybe shouldn't be a big surprise. Maybe this shouldn't be a massive surprise for the S&P. Let's see. So PA on that, and then okay, there you go. ARQQ. Dang, ANTE is still just sitting there, Chris. Ridiculous. ARQQ. It's a nice little pop. Interesting. Very interesting. Yeah, SOAR just got NTAT. Like NTAT hard, right? So again, take gains on the way up, at least set a stop loss, right? We got in closer closer to like, we were getting in around this price, right? In the 170s. So from 170 all the way up to 230, right? Which we know is resistance, that thing popped all the way up there, right? So at some point within this journey, profits should be taken, or at the very least, stop loss in the green, right? So now we're back to the same level, right? That we got in initially. So yeah, The question now is, will it stay above it though? GLMD is still holding that 285. It looks like trying to. Bond 73. Yeah. 73. And looks like SPY is failing at that same resistance again, isn't it? Failing at the same resistance. And now. Yeah, Grim just just range bound for now. Quick little scalp piece. Quick scalp piece. HYPR keeps coming back to your 120. Where should you set a stop loss? Let's see. Yeah, it looks like it just doesn't have the volume to push, does it? I mean, to be honest, nothing has the volume to like want to push this morning. I would probably go below 215 unless you have room to go below 210, which is where the 200 EMA is sitting at. Alrighty, so it just kind of depends on you, how much room you're willing to give it. How much room you're willing to give. And GLMD is trying to curl. Trying. CRVO, sitting at resistance, Eric. But I think you got this one last week, though, right? The last week? So you should be green. There we go. Yeah, it's gonna be like that for SPY is gonna be like that into the Fed meeting probably, Russell. Up and down, up and down. Looks like we're trying to break out though. Let's see. Sounds good, Eric. Sounds good. Come on, give us some volumes. Give us some volumes. Yeah, so now the low of the day is $1.65 for SOAR, which is honestly what we wanted earlier, right? 170s and 160s. I don't know if that's the case now though. So give that thing time to consolidate and maybe get back above the 200 EMA if you're still interested. Still interested. Alrighty. And then CRVO is sitting right on the verge of like a breakout again above $9. There we go, 913. CRVO. Looks like it wants to push for $10, doesn't it? Yeah, there it goes, 926. New highs of the day, CRVO. New highs of the day. 8% today, INTC. Dang. $9.30, Eric. Monies. The same thing, Sunny. Yeah, that was a very good scalp. Though, did you ever get back in, or you just stayed out? It's a very successful day, Sunny. So there's no need to push anything else. But sometimes you want to get back in. You stayed out. Okay, sounds good. Yeah, nothing wrong with that at all. Looking very good though. There goes 940. Yeah, no, when we were on in Discord on Friday, I think Dochi was pointing out that the he was just pointing out a lot of the catalysts, right? So they do have a good reason to be pushing, especially when there's nothing else cooking. Yeah, GLMD looks like it's breaking out as well, breaking down now. So there's weakness everywhere, wings, everywhere. No, 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 no. There you go. CRVO. You're a little scared, yeah. I think, and if you do go back and make sure it's not the full position, and you're only risking a very small percentage of the gains, right? You know, you want to be able to walk away with at least $1,000 of the gains for the day, and I think you're going to be very happy. So yeah, you don't want to be in a position where you make 1,300 and then get back in and diamond handed, and then all of a sudden you're down 1,000, because that's going to be very painful. Very painful. HYPR is still just holding that same range. So come on, where is the volume, guys? Like, who stole the volume? Was it Trump? It was Trump, wasn't it? Stole the damn volume. MGRM with a nice pop there. MGRM monogram. Not bad. Exactly, Sunny. Exactly. Yeah, no, CRVO does look good. Even though it's stalling, it does look good, especially if you've been in a position. Yeah, Tony. I mean, what's funny is even options today are very slow. Like, look at this. This is SPY, right? Market open. We had a nice pop. Everybody made monies in the options channel, and then now we're kind of going sideways. It does look like it wants to break out, though, doesn't it? I don't know if it has the volume to, but it looks like it wants to. It's fighting. Nope. Right back down. So up, down, up, down. The Elon experience. You know what's interesting? I when like you get like an epiphany, or any whatever you want to call it. So obviously we've been talking about Dogecoin for 5 years, however long it's been, right? It's been a damn long time. And also, like, I'm wearing a Doge shirt today, right? So because Doge has to be like my first crypto love, hashtag Doge love, right? So a hoodie. And then it hits me, right? I think I was doing laundry. Right? And then I pulled that, this, my Doge hoodie. And then I thought about Dogecoin, and then the whole Doge thing with the government now. Does Elon think like 20 steps ahead of everybody, or what the hell is going on? right? How is there Dogecoin and then all of a sudden there's a government department that's Doge? Maybe he would have called it something else if, just so it could fit. Maybe I bet you he just made the name up to fit Doge, because he likes dogs, maybe. But, anyways, anyways. Yeah, it looks like SPY is failing at that same resistance again, right? So again, no surprise there was sitting at resistance. And yeah, Archer, it's also resistance on the bigger time frame. I just, uh downside down, probably Sky. English. Uh, oh, that's funny, Grim. GLMD still dipping. CRVO dipping as well. Why is everything dipping, guys? uh, there we go. Yeah, SPY got slapped. So maybe now we're gonna go back and retest the again retest the bottom of the range as well. So we're failing at the top clearly, and then the bottom of the range is right below the view up now, which isn't necessarily a good thing because if it gets there, it might get slapped. Yeah, no. Are you in some puts, Archer? Yeah. Yeah, it's a very tight range, Rob. Very tight range. So up, down, up, down. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, a few wicks above 66, but really 66, and then yeah, and then slightly above 64, but 64. Like, tight, tight, tight. We shall see. Here it comes. 100 scalp. Let's go, Archer. Well done. Well done, skis. I like it. Doge, are you scalping puts? Oh no. No, 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 no. Interesting. Here it comes. Spy's like, I'm gonna take you to the abyss this time. Take you to the abyss. Slap, slap, slap. I wonder if it's going to consolidate at this level or go all the way down to the 200. Looks like they want to slap it to the 200 this time, actually. We shall see. 1066 Village. See, I'm calling you Village now. Valley Palms. Okay, sounds good. That's a good entry. RGC. Yeah. And it's pushing back for $17. So you're quite happy with that position, right? Quite happy. Yeah. I wonder if it's gonna. It looks like it's bouncing for now, Archer, right? So it's trying to. So again, range for now. There goes 64.70. Hmm. Silliness. Since last Wednesday. Okay. Are you planning on taking some gains off the table, or are you just diamond handing for now? What is Valley Palm, by the way? Like, is it a restaurant? Is it a hotel? What is it? Massage place? Mm-mm. Rental property? Okay, very cool. Very cool. Vacation? Ah, okay. I like it. I like it. Vacation where? See, now we have connections. We can visit. Trying to hold. Mm. Come on, Spy, you can do it. Eric, come on. Come on. Yeah, so other than, SPY with a bit of volatility, everything else just looks like it's resting, right? Like SOAR is coming back from that 161.70, which is good, right? Come on. We tested the bottom. Can we go back up and test the top, Archer? What more do you want? Samat, good morning. How are you? We tested the bottoms. Let's go back up and test the top. Right? Right. Deal. But to be honest, if we go back down and retest that bottom, they're gonna slap it to the abyss. So we'll see. LA. Okay, very cool. I like it. I've only been to LA once. Once, very brief though. Very brief. Looks like your stock RGC is hitting brand new highs of the day, so you're happy. Very happy. Win $20. Yeah, RGC looks good. That was a good retest of the bottom. Yeah, 1875. How long? For like what, 2 hours maybe? Like 3 hours, because I had a connecting flight. Yeah, I had a connecting flight back to Canada, and then and then I met, like, Peter picked me up from the airport, and we went out for lunch, and then I ran back to the airport. So the food was good. Was that enough? Yeah, it was. Yeah, we had like at least an hour to like eat and hang out. No, no, no. $30. Yeah, if it breaks above, I think if it breaks above $20, then it clearly opens up room to. Once a crash, unbelievable, Archer. I hope the Fed says something nice. Rob, yeah, yeah. You live so far out of the way, Rob. Like hours and hours and hours away. Like hours and hours away. There are no connecting flights to you. Yeah, the only connecting flights I have are yeah, like usually LA, Vegas, and then a whole bunch of places in Canada, obviously. Is it cooking now? Dang. Dang it, Chris. Dang it. So it, oh my goodness. You know what's crazy, guys? You know what's crazy? Why? Chris, did you ever get back in? Yeah, this was the stop loss. That was a little bit unnecessary, wasn't it? Just liquidity grabs, right? Right below the 200 and then right back above the 200. Dang it. Right? But the whole time it consolidated, like the whole time it consolidated and then boom skis. So now it's up like 30% from the bottom. I think actually went all the way back up to resistance, all the way back up. Yeah. Tony, yeah. It's frustrating when stuff like that happens, honestly, you know? Like it's quite annoying. There's really nothing you can do about it. Um, right? Like I said earlier, the only other thing you could do is you can maybe like not put a stop loss and wait for the candle to close, and then and then make a decision based off that low of that candle. But sometimes you do that and it never comes back, you know. So yeah, that's a nice run on ANTE though. Very nice. Exactly, Tony. On to the next. Deutsche Bank says the market sell off has another 6% to go. Unbelievable. Deutsche Bank says the stock market sell-off has another 6% to go. Maybe that's a sign that it doesn't. Usually the opposite of what what they're saying. Usually the opposite. Rubbish. When? Uh, do I have a favorite state? Yeah, it would have to be Phoenix or Vegas because they're warmer. Like I'm not about to move and then go to a place that has snow. Absolutely not. We'll see a 9% gain over the next month. If I see, exactly, Dan. Right? Exactly, exactly. And obviously, they're gonna give you a reason and justify and say, "Oh, blah 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 blah." No. Robs. There goes Spy. So Spy is holding the bottom for now, isn't it? So again, we're just gonna be in this stupid range, honestly, until something crazy happens, right? I think the only other time we're gonna sell off is either we have like some crazy event, or there's like some retaliation, in terms of like tariffs. But those tariffs don't go into effect until like April 3rd, April 2nd, right? So the market is, like is looking ahead to April 2nd, right? So until then, I don't see any negativity unless the Fed is obviously like, stupid. And they're like, you know what, we're not going to cut rates. And then the market's going to have a problem with that. Because I bet you to some degree the market is pricing in some Fed rate cuts. So if we're not getting any rate cuts, then we have a bit of a problem. So, yeah. Is that Ant still pushing? Yeah, Ant hit brand new highs of the day. Um, very nice. Florida is nice. Yeah, have you seen those have you seen the weather though in Florida? Oh my goodness, like the roof is falling off. The alligators are everywhere, the snakes, the spiders are hiding in your shoe. Have you seen the weather? Oh my goodness. 4 times a year, Dan? Yeah. Vacation though. Romeo, yeah. I think that's the one he's been spamming in Discord. John, you're from Florida as well. uh, Rob, you know what I mean? Mm, mm. Looks like GLMD is trying to crawl here. Mm, 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 mm. Let me take a look at some of these other stocks. SWFL. Um, that's not the right ticker symbol. I think I know which one you're talking about, but it's like FLW something something else. Let me know. Like all of it, Mark. All of it. All of it. Yeah. Yeah. Rob lives in Tampa. Maybe there are no alligators there, but anyways, let me take a look at NWTG. Are you in this one, Romeo? I think it's down 23% today alone. Sheesh. Craziness. Some of these stocks, yeah, no, it is, Tony. No, I'm not. I just think sometimes you need to control the stuff you can control. Like if you know there's an alligator there and you have a choice to not go there, just don't go there. Anyways. I'm kidding, I'm kidding, I'm kidding. Chicago, summertime Chicago, and barbecue all over the air. I want some good barbecue. Michigan. Rob, have you ever seen an alligator or like a spider or a snake? Have you ever seen it? I'm just asking. Maybe you haven't. In the zoo? uh, SOAR is slowly coming back to 180, so that's good. We have one poisonous snake in Canada as well, SB. Yeah. I live in the city though, so you can't really see it. That's small, no big deal. Okay. Uh, this is Rob. This is Rob. Rob is like, I have one, we have a few small lakes. This is where Rob lives, by the way. This is where Rob lives, right? And then he's like, yeah, we have one small lake. These are the lakes. There's a small lake here, and 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 a small lake, and a small lake. And then all the alligators are all around. And he's like, yeah, no big deal. A few small lakes. And then the alligators are just roaming on the outside, just waiting. uh, unbelievable. Rubbish. uh, sorry, Rob. Sorry, sorry, sorry. Uh, unbelievable. GV. Let's go, Dan. So Dan says 1948 to 2021. Gator attacks resulting 26 in Canada. Moose were involved in 236 fatalities from 2000 to 2014. Really? Is that a thing, Dan? Oh, wow. Huh. Interesting. I've only seen a moose. I've seen a moose maybe once or twice. But that's about it, though. You know? Yeah, once or twice. Rubbish. Um, as well in Florida. Yep. Dang, guys, you know what happened? We pissed Rob off so much. He came on. Rob. Dang. What happened, Rob? What happened?
Yeah, now, huh? Now, huh? Say it to my face. Say it to my face.
I'm not saying anything. All I
You,
need from Spy.
I was like, what the hell? You know what's the funny thing that you're saying
What?
that I live in the where I live is called Land O'Lakes.
Oh, see, was I? See, guys, you see, I wasn't lying. Land of Lakes,
Thanks, Dan.
land of
Whatever, dude.
lakes. So you do know
You
there's
live by
lakes all
penguins.
around.
What are you talking about?
uh, let's go. How are you, Rob? How's your morning?
Look at that. Do you see moose by where you live?
No, no. It was
What a
like
liar.
when yeah. No,
What a liar.
I don't see any moose. I was going for a walk once though, Troy, and I was walking by like this little river, and you had like geese in the river, and they started chasing me, so I had to run. So
At least I don't
no,
get
no,
chased by alligators.
no plural, Grim. No, at least I don't think so. No meese. I don't think.
That's the only poisonous snake
Yeah.
in Canada.
Do, 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 do. There we go.
Can't believe you.
Do, do, do.
Wow, they
Moosies.
changed this up really good, the StreamYard thing.
Oh, like they fixed everything.
The
It looks
StreamYard,
nice.
yeah, it's like, yeah, I gotta check this out now.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think what it does too now, Rob, is if you stream less than 2 hours, it gives you like it will use AI to give you like just like clips, like real clips. But you have to stream less than 2 hours though, which I never do. So
Yeah, video clips, I see them. Oh no, that's the one you put. Okay.
yeah,
Wow,
yeah,
this is good though. I want to see. Can we stream to like? I want to.
yeah,
Anyway,
yeah. I think yeah. If I ever stream less than 2 hours, then it just clips it for me. Then I don't have to do any editing. Okay, Spy, can we get back above 550, 566? Can we go?
yes. The closer we get to 570, it's gonna become a magnet, but it's not breaking 566 though.
Yeah. Break, break, break. No, Tony, close 3 hours, Tony. Closer to 3 hours. It looks like ANTE is trying to curl again here, though. Yep, yep.
All right.
Uh,
Boy, you made me get on just because you pissed me off. I'm leaving.
but wouldn't you rather live in like Phoenix or like Vegas? Someplace that's nice and warm, Rob.
I can't stand Vegas. I don't like Vegas at all.
Yeah, that's right. You don't like Vegas. Yeah, Vegas is a
I
bit.
was just there.
Yeah, no, I think what we like. The only reason I liked Vegas though was
Oh,
because like we didn't really spend time, like in the crazy places. It was more like
yeah,
visiting
yeah,
like yeah, yeah, like the outside.
yeah. That's good. That's the yeah. I mean, the I went to the Sphere. It was really good.
Okay. Yeah,
The
I don't think I
Sphere was
could
so
deal with.
nice.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
an
So
amazing. Were you afraid of heights?
no, no, no. I just don't like all the crowds and all the people. Is all.
Mm,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. SB no. I lived there for a bit. I didn't like it. Come on, the ant. This is one thing they don't have in Florida. Ants. They only have big
Clearwater.
animals.
Yep. Clearwater's nice. Clearwater's nice. It's right by the water.
Clear water. See, everything in Florida has to have like a water around it, or a lake or water, because there's animals like living around waiting to attack.
Dude, are they not animals all around the mountains that you live by and in the jungle you live in? The snow-capped mountains. In the summer, you got snow.
Unbelievable.
Like, Rob, it's like minus 34 Celsius. I'm like, what the hell?
Yep.
Exactly.
Exactly, Tony. Exactly.
What's the number?
True story. Kaiser. Yeah, no thanks. See?
So when I came from Puerto Rico, that's a good middle point, because if I go north, it's too cold, and then so Florida was a good area. Tampa was a good area for me.
Yeah.
Even though I'm
It's like-
originally from New York, so I'm used to the cold, but it's been a
Yeah.
long time I haven't been. I don't like the cold anymore.
Exactly, Troy. Resilience. Why? Because we live in the, you know?
Troy, how can I block you? I'm blocking you too.
Uh,
All right, I'm leaving.
okay, sounds good, Rob.
Wepa, Rob, let's go. Oh, Wepa, huh? Yeah, I think that's only something that Puerto Ricans say.
Unbelievable. There's a WebPack GIF. We'll go to Discord, Rob, and search up WebPack GIF.
Really? I'll look it up.
Yeah, I'll send it to you.
Okay, hold on.
There are actually quite a few. Actually, quite a few. They're all funny. He ran away, Tony. He ran away after like 2 months to Florida. That's how. Dang, SPY is really just gonna go sideways all day today. What the hell is going on? I mean, I prefer this than a sell-off, So I don't mind, but I'd rather it consolidate, and then curl back up. Kind of no more dipskis, please. No more dipskis. No money for you, exactly, Tony. Just up, down, up, down. I mean, if you're scalping zero DTEs in this range, you're probably making some money. Snow sucks. I like when it's not too cold, Sky, because then you can go skiing and stuff like that. It's also a blessing though that I don't like work outside, right? Because then that would really suck. But yeah, so the only time I really spend a lot of time outside is to go ski, and then that's a lot of fun. So, um, yeah, making bits only. Yeah. Take that back. Take that back, Grim. We're starting to break down again here. Take it back. I'm gonna stop watching Spy. That's looking way too dangerous. Tony, yeah. Yep. But I did that for a long time though. I worked outside for a long time, and it sucked because it didn't matter like whether it was minus 20 or minus whatever. You're outside with like gloves and a massive winter jacket, and proper boots and stuff like that. So
Dang, I like those. I like them. The gifts for Wepa.
yeah,
I didn't know there was so many.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, a lot of funny gifts. Oh, that's a good scalp, Max. That's a very good scalp for Ant.
Man, I wanted to go short, and it keeps on like I'm not gonna go short. It's like
Like bouncing. Yeah, it looks like it's about to break down now, though. Looks like it looks like it's about to get NSAT now. Unless we bounce up the 200 EMA there, but look at this: Grim shorting the markets, Rob shorting the markets, Archer shorting the markets, Tony being useless shorting the markets.
That's why we're gonna get squeezed right now.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I'm having some snacks, guys. Some peanuts. You know the peanuts that are still like in the skin? Yeah.
I like them if they're salty.
No, these ones are like boiled.
Yeah. Beta scenes. Oh wow, this is so
It's called
cool.
the shell. Whatever, Dan.
It's
Barbecue.
called the show.
Whatever. Barbecue. Honey roasted almonds. That sounds good, actually. You know what I just found that I really like? What is that thing called?
Short Wars.
Chickpeas.
So that place. Did you see the Short Wars? The Did you see the new episode? Is so good. It's on. I think it's on Disney Plus soon. It was what is it the director and producer was Dan, and I hear it's gonna be on Disney soon. So it's called Short Wars. A classic,
Unbelievable.
definitely.
I think it's time to leave this stream, guys. I think it's time to leave. Ayo, Pyro. Here, Pyro is also from from where the alligators live.
Actually, Pyro is very close to me.
See, a land of lakes where the alligators and the snakes live. Pyro, you need to move to Phoenix.
Lynn has been. Lynn, I didn't see Lynn on the futures channel. I haven't seen her in a while. She's been quiet lately. Damn, she's making money.
Yeah, maybe send her a DM. Unbelievable. Pyro, how are you? How are you? See, all of a sudden, we're gonna get copyright, I muted Rob, by the way, guys. So then
He muted my ass. I can't believe it. I got muted.
Doing the slow and steady, Pyro, I like it. I always see you come in and talk about gold and silver, So gold has been on fire, on absolute fire.
Went to 3,007, I think. Yeah,
gold has been on fire.
I was actually looking the other day to buy a couple ounces of silver, just to, because I have like a couple in my safe, and I wanted to put some more. But
yeah, I looked
I
at
think
SOB.
silver is under, it's manipulated. That thing is gonna fly. When it flies, it's gonna fly.
Yeah. I was looking at GLV a few months ago, Pyro, but at that point it was already like, I should have done it, but it was already like at all-time high. So then I was like,
Silver is better, Blaze. If you're gonna get into silver,
yeah,
and it's affordable.
The chart looks really nice. Archer, silver looks really nice. SLV. Yeah, the last time I looked at this was 27. Now it's at 31 almost. So. Yep. Always a nice run, always a nice sell-off. So at this point, it needs to break out or give a dip. You like silver better? Okay. Yeah. Yep. At this point, it's it would need to break out before I consider. Last week, AG, isn't this the one Warren Buffett was buying for his Majestic? Yeah, this one looks nice. Yeah, this one looks way cheaper and way nicer. Dang, that thing was at $24, and then bottomed at 450. Sheesh. Yeah, that's a nice looking chart. Pyro. Looks like your next resistance is $8 ish. I like it. You did, AK?
I get on this and everything gets so slow.
Yep. Oh, Spy's looking dangerous.
Rob Vermillion in Spring Hill, best place to buy physical. Oh, thank you. I'm gonna write that down right now. Let me look
Tony, there goes GLMD, Tony. That was a good bottom, up 255, 250.
in Spring Hill. That's good. I like Spring Hill too.
Yeah. Yep. A little bit of unusual volume on this one. Oh, they have a split. Wait, they did a split. Okay. Is that why maybe? APDN? APDN. Interesting. Very interesting. Yeah, it's a recent split. I don't know what the float is. Not that I care to look. Um, Interesting. Just
Wow.
unusual.
Okay, I'm gonna pass by. I'm gonna pass by this week. All right, base. I'll take care. Take care, buddy. I mean, we'll talk later.
Okay. Okay,
Yeah,
sounds
Discord.
okay, sounds good. Bye bye. See
All
ya.
right, take care, everybody.
Uh, as long as 194. There we go. Bye. Bye bye. Oh, really, Pyro? Oh, that's cool. Interesting. Yeah, this one has a nice low float. Post split. The only reason why it's showing up is because it went from 100,000 shares to 500,000 shares. So a little bit of unusual volume there. Now, Joe, let's go, Joe. Let's go, let's go. Check mark. Yeah. Yeah, SPY is looking super sus now. Come on, Joe. Can we get back to 270? Okay. The new stream you had. Okay, perfect. That's actually very cool. Okay. Resistance at $1.30. Let me take a look. HYPR. Are you in the position, Yang? Yeah, you assumed right. It kind of seems like every 10 cents after that. Yeah. And we kind of talked about this one earlier, right? Like it just depends how much room you're willing to give HYPR, you know? So, and it stayed above the 200 EMA. 550, 570, 570, 570, 580, 600. Come on, Joe. You know what I mean. Give us a run. Connect. There we go. Why is everything so slow? Why is it so slow? Why? 270, we would have a big problem. We'd be going to war. They'd be knocking on Joe's door. Please put on your boots. Closer to lunch? Okay, sounds good. Sounds good, Joe. Yeah, it's pretty slow. And SPY is getting slapped there. It's going to lose all those gains, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, everything's kind of red. 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 To the abyss. Weakness. You know it's going to come back, right, Grims? Mm-hmm. Let's see. We're going to end the day in the green. About shut up. I mean, if you have puts right now, you're smiling, George, right? You're fine for now. As long as possible. Yeah, well, they better get it out of the way because after the Fed, it's over. After Wednesday, it's done. Unless we get some stupid tariff news again into April 2nd or whatever. And then, okay, fine, we have a problem. I think that's the only thing, keeping the markets in a range for now is the Fed meeting on Wednesday. Nobody knows what the Fed's going to do. So they better not screw us. They better not screw us. For now, Troy, for now. Soon there's going to be green everywhere. Everywhere. Thanks. SPY showing a lot of weakness. It's a lot of weakness. Let me look at the 15-minute really quickly. Because honestly, if you zoom out enough, right, all this looks like it just looks like a retest of that 63, right? So the like all of last week, basically you guys were making monies. You guys were making monies every time SPY came to 63. Like, look at this, right? All of last week, right? So we know 63 is a lot of resistance. So the question now is, are they going to use that level as like a like a support level, right? 63 on Tuesday, on right Wednesday. We never even got there on on that day, right? On Friday, 63 was a problem. So right there, and then now almost like a potential retest area, right? 563. So if it can stay above that level, like this is healthy, you know. And speaking of which, Spy was like, "Yeah, talk about it." Spy is popping a little bit, right? Let me look at the 4 hour. I don't think the 4 hour is really going to give us other than like that same resistance level. I think we talked about this level earlier in the morning, right? That's 66, Joe, 66, 67. So this kind of looks like we might come back and get a cup and hand, like an inverse head and shoulder, doesn't it? Looks like it would be healthy. Looks like it would be healthy to to like fail right there, go up, come back down, right, and then boom skis, right? But obviously, I don't want to see that. Obviously, I don't want to see that. So yeah, how about we just do a V recovery? Those are more fun, right? Exactly. Exactly. The Ant Man is slowly creeping back up, so that's good. Healthy. No, we don't want healthy in the markets. We crash and it wasn't healthy. We want to go boom skis without being healthy. You know, we don't want healthy. We want boom skis. Boom skis, Troy. SCNX. SCNX FDA approval. Interesting. SCNX. Cool. Very interesting. Yeah, exactly. Sideways into Wednesday. Unless we have a different catalyst. Unless we have a different catalyst. Sheesh, Lynn is cooking with those PAs. Let's go, Smat. Congratulations. Give me a high five. Well done. $400 profit and done for the day. Absolutely. Teamwork. You were, Paul? Okay. You missed some dipskis. Uh 30 lot MNQ shorts after the open on evals. Sheesh. What's the point of doing 30 lots on MNQ when you could just go back to NQ and trade 10 lots? Huh? Or whatever the ratio is. What is it? 20 to 5? Unbelievable, Joe. You basically went into the same violence. NQ is too much. To do a reversal according to 20 EMA and RSI. What is about to do a reversal, Tau? You can control your violence. Yeah, you're not wrong. NQ is just a special case. It moves like a crackhead. Crackhead stock. Looks like HYPR dipped all the way to the 200 again. Crackhead. And the ANTE is still looking good. Still looking good. Yeah, today's just, like a scalpy day. Take 10 cents, 20 cents over here, Like nothing is cooking up 100% like we wanted to. But yeah, no, I keep seeing people complain about like, oh my goodness, like markets suck in March. Everybody was like excited for Trump, Again, it's always like this, guys, for the most part, right? We have those rare occasions where I think like AMC, GME, like the short squeeze, right? Where like the markets are like crashing. So people are closing their short positions to rebalance or to take that money and use for proper like dip buys, right? But usually March is like this. And also like we had a market that went up like 20, 30%. Like these stocks were on fire for 2 years in a row, right? So we cooked for 2 years without a proper dip, right? Like it doesn't work like that. Whether it's Trump or Biden or whoever, like we're not gonna keep going up straight, right? The last dip we had was 2022, right? We had a crazy dip in 2022, like a fat, nasty dip in 2022, right? That was Biden. That was the Biden, time. Like the markets, for the most part, don't give a damn who's in power. The markets will do whatever they want to do. Market makers will take advantage of like the policies and things like that and say, okay, tariffs, let's slap the markets down. And then you think like, oh, it's all because of this person. No, it's not, right? It's not, right? And then every so often, like we have a swan event, like we had COVID, right? Guess what time that was in? March 2020, right? How come it's always March, guys? How come? It's like every March we find a reason to go down. According to Watcher Guru, egg prices are dropping again. So all is right with the world again, guys. We can have omelets. There goes ANTE. That thing wants to go, doesn't it? It's like, let me go, let me go, let me go. Let me go. You can go, you can go. Uh, healthy, Troy. And there goes Spy, guys. Spy dipped down and then came all the way back up again. Like we're just going range bound. Like it's just up and down, up and down, up and down. Maybe we're gonna create another lower high, but we shall see. I know. As soon as I said that, Tony, I knew Dan was gonna be looking for food. He's probably gone because he's eating some food. Looking for food. Dang, like nothing's really cooking. Everything is just consolidating. Like GLMD, right? Holding the demand zone. SCNX is failing at resistance. The only one that looks like it's on the verge of potentially breaking out is ANTE, right? SOAR has done a good job holding that bottom range, along with Dan's, Rob's line of lakes. But ANTE is looking like a VTVT FDA approval. FDA approval. VTVT. That's a nice run actually. Yeah, it looks like that news came out and then it popped immediately to $20. Now it's been slowly creeping up. Expensive one doy. Expensive. Expensive. Perfect. There we go. Some food. Yeah, me too. Before I start doing some one-on-ones. So yeah, we have about the usual, right? 8 minutes. Let's see where we are in 8 minutes, Tony, and then go from there. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, right? Right, Joe? You smell the push? Me too. I smell monies. Grim, you smell that? Archie, you smell that? I smell spy fat green candles. You are long? Okay. Let it cook. Do. Let it cook. I smell poop. Uh, as soon as you said that, spy red candle. Unbelievable. Anyways, I smell poops. Averaging $3.45 per dozen. Egg prices. Hmm. You know how stupid you have to be to so Standard Chartered Bank cuts ETH year-end price target by 60% from $10,000 to $4,000. You know how silly you have to be to cut your price target from 10,000 to 4,000? You have to be pretty useless. This is why we don't really listen to analysts, good or bad. You play the vibes and move on. 15 minutes. Probably. Probably. Acon, you're up 40% rose. Nice. Very nice. Let me look at Acon. We looked at Acon in the morning and then we just kind of moved on, right? So, and it really hasn't done anything since. It's just, it had that nice pop at the open and then hit resistance and it's been stalling ever since. So it looks like it's holding above 90 cents for now. So as long as it does rose, you should be okay. uh, righty. Like it's, like as an analyst, I don't think you should be getting caught up in the FOMO. Like 10,000 to 4,000 is pretty silly. Pretty silly. You look like an idiot at that point. Uh, 10,000. The damn thing is at 3,000, and they're like, we're going to 10. Let's go. Bitcoin is going to 1 million. Oh, funny. I think even Bitcoin, like expectations for Bitcoin are still sitting around like, 150 for the year end, 150 to two, like, to the 200s, right? So if that's the case, then you're looking for 3 to 4 for ETH. So that would make sense. Anyways, took advantage of Robinhood, Coinbase dips. Yeah, I like it. Sold on 120 euros. That's a nice play. Congratulations. Here goes the SCNX retesting that supply zone. SCNX retesting the top. $2.12. Again, don't forget to smash the like, guys, if you haven't already, please, and thank you. I would really appreciate that. Take a second and smash a like already. Hit that subscribe if you're new to the channel, and if you're not a member yet, click the link at the bottom of the chat there from Nightbot and come join us in Discord. Alrighty, come join us. Can only go up. Exactly, Archer. Exactly. Exactly. There goes 217. Dang it, Joe. We ruined SPY. Look at it. As soon as we said that, it was like, nope, I'm stalling. Lower high. Lower high. I bet you if we drew a downtrend, they would connect really nicely. This is all Grimm's fault, by the way. And then, you know what's not stopping? SCNX, new highs of the day. New highs of the day, SCNX. Looking good. Looking good. Kofi, I think you're in this one still, right? Grim, your favorite, not Grim, Yi, your favorite stock, HUBC, is popping. Stretching. Yeah. Stretch. Israeli stonk. Yeah, useless stonk. Silly stonk. My goodness, where did all the volume go? Like, are you kidding? Shit. We really need to get past the March, this month, and move on and start cooking. Because this month is a bit on the annoying side, Need to get past the market weakness. So usually it's March slow, and then we move on. And then once we get into like summertime, when people take vacations, it's a bit slow. And then rest of the year we cook, right? And then into the new year. So there's 2 times that where the markets are usually annoying. Let me send this over to you, Rob. Okay. I want to. Okay, sounds good. Perfect. Is worth a good laugh. Yeah, pump and dump. Up and down and up and down. Up and down and up and down. Very sus. I in After Dark. Do I even want to go into that channel, Troy? GLMD has done a good job holding that bottom there. 255. And then that VWAP at 295 resistance. And obviously ANTE, ANTE, $1.50 is always going to be resistance on anything you're looking at, right? So, yep, no surprise there. SPY is just on drugs. Up, down, up, down, up, down. So, SOAR still holding that 160, 170. ACON is doing absolutely nothing, just going sideways. So, and then we just kind of double topped at 220 for SCNX. So everything is just kind of sideways. All right, so you can show me why it's gonna crash to the abyss. Sean, are you in the chat? Are you in the chat, Sean? Yeah. Oh wow, look at that, Dan. Yep, we're back to the bottom again. Oh, Joe, you better have closed that position because the Grim was right. He could smell poop. There's the poop. Ooh, that's smelling like big poo-poos. Big poo-poo. Yep. So hopefully that 63 holds still because that's the retest area. Big poo-poo. VCIG agreement with locks motion. Blah 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 blah. Okay. Yep. Violence. Exactly, Sunny. Anyways, guys, let me know if you have any last questions, guys, before we hop off and go back to Discord already. So let's do a minute or so. Let me know if you have any last questions, and then we will hop off and go back to Discord. Oh yeah, we had the goal running. I completely forgot about that. Oh yeah, I think Dan super chat went towards the goal. Yeah, Sean, thank you for the feedback. I like it, Sean. Yeah, I definitely need to create a channel for like beginners. Like when you join Discord, you need to know what to look for, like with what channel, like the videos, educational stuff. So I'm gonna do that at some point. So thank you. When are you joining us, though, Sean? When? What are you waiting for? 12 of the 8 minutes has elapsed. It's never 8 minutes, is it? Devin, what's your position? What's your position in ANT? What's your position? I mean, if we came back down and retested closer to $1.80, I think that'd be a good spot. I'm not sure if we're gonna get back down there though. And then yeah, you have resistance at 220 and then 230. Tony, yep. Yup. Allow different notification. I don't honestly, I don't know how to do that, Archer. Yeah, I don't know how to. Yeah. I don't know if that's something that I can do or. Yep. No idea. No idea. So it looks like for now we're trying to bounce out that 63, right? So if we can stay above 63 today, I think that's a win uh, for everybody. Bears made monies. We stayed above the previous resistance. Everybody wins, Deal? Deal. Deal. Alrighty, guys, we're gonna leave it here for the day though, and continue in Discord. So have a wonderful rest of the day. Be safe. Smash a like before you go. If you're not a member yet and you want to become a member, click the link at the bottom of the chat, and you can always send me an email already. hottradesx@gmail.com. Cool. So there you go. Alex, yeah, the loading zone would have been closer to $1, right? Now you're 30% higher. Your next support will be closer to $1.15. Alrighty, so 115 and then $1. Those are your next two levels of support, and then resistance right in between 140 and 150. Yeah, I think VCIG just had some more news. Is why. GLMD is back to testing that demand zone at 255 for anybody that's interested. VCIG, yeah, they just dropped some more news. That's what I was reading. Yeah, they just dropped some news on this candle here. Right, so they signed a definitive agreement to acquire another company, expanding into a $350 billion e-commerce market, whatever that means. Right, so just be careful, please, and thank you. Alrighty, see you later, Jay. Alrighty, good guys, good to go. No last questions. No more questions. SPY is holding 63 for now, so yeah. Have a good day as well, Tank. Alrighty, all. Much love, everybody. Be safe. See you in Stock General. Yeah. Have a good day, Samant. Alrighty. Take care, Archer. Much love, guys. Bye. Bye for now. See you guys later.